Hey there, awesome physics students. Let's talk about power in circuits. Power is the rate at which energy is transformed. In the case of a circuit, it's going to be the rate at which energy is transformed from chemical energy into electrical energy in the circuit, or for a particular circuit element, the rate at which energy is dissipated or converted into heat. Electrical energy is converted into heat energy in that particular circuit element. Power in circuits is the product of current and voltage. This is always true for every circuit element. It comes from the basic definition of what power is and energy transformation. On the other hand, you may see things like Ohm's law, and I just need to point out that Ohm's law is a law that doesn't come from any fundamental definitions. It's just more or less, many materials more or less follow Ohm's law, but many materials do not. So LEDs, for example, light-emitting diodes, do not follow Ohm's law. So you cannot use V equals IR for LEDs, but you still can take the product of current and voltage to find the power they dissipate, because this is a fundamental equation that comes from the definitions of these things. Now, current is going to be measured in coulombs per second, and voltage is going to be measured in joules per coulomb. And so the coulombs are going to cancel, and you're going to get joules per second, which is a watt. So the units of this power are watts. Now, you can use this for many different circuit elements. So for example, if you have this situation here, let's say you have 6 amps coming out of the battery here, and when it encounters this junction here, it can either, some of it can split off and follow the 3 ohm resistor, or some of it can go through these 2 resistors. So let's say if you analyze this circuit, you'll find that 4 amps goes through this circuit element, and the other 2 amps goes through the other 2 resistors. Now, how can you find how much power is dissipated, the total power dissipated by the battery? So the total power dissipated by the battery will be the product of the 12 volts provided by the battery and the 6 amps, that the current is, the battery is outputting. On the other hand, you can find the power that this 3 ohm resistor is dissipating by simply taking the voltage drop across that resistor. In this case, it's going to be 12 volts. It's the same as the battery. And multiplying it by the power dissipated, or the current through that resistor. Okay, so you can use it for the total, or you can do it per element here. Likewise, you could find the power dissipated by just this one resistor, the 2 ohm resistor, by finding the voltage drop across that resistor, which is going to be 4 volts. So if you analyze this circuit, you'll find 4 volts is dropped across the 2 ohm resistor, and that 8 volts is dropped across the 4 ohm resistor. And so anyway, the current through that 2 ohm resistor is 2 amps, and so the power dissipated by just this resistor alone will be 4 volts times the 2 amps. So you can do this per circuit element, or you can do it overall for the entire battery. All right.